Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you and you're welcome. And if you're an oldie, thank you for staying with me. Let's go with this baby, okay? So today I'm going to be showing you how to do a very simple eye makeup. Like with one eyeshadow palette, just one eyeshadow palette. Yes, I said it's one eyeshadow palette. Okay, and also how to do your eyebrows. So this is going to be a very quick tutorial, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you're able to get something that you can add to yours or adopt my style. Cause there's no hard and fast rule in makeup, you know, right? Yeah. So let's get into it. Okay.
Guys, so I'm going in with my primer. I'm actually using two primers for this tutorial. So I use the Benefit Professional Primer and the Becca Ever Matte Priming Perfector primer, and then I'm just using that all over my face, including my eyebrows. And then I'm going in with a spoolie and just brushing through my eyebrows, and yeah, just to arrange the hair and make sure it's in place. And then next on, I'm going to use the BM Pro brow gel, and I'm just going to use that to get the shape of my eyebrows first. So I'm just using that here and going in with it to get the actual shape of my, following the hairline basically. Most important thing is that you follow your hairline, except on rare occasions where you don't have hair. So yeah, you just follow your hairline as I'm doing in this video. And when you're doing this, make sure you stop where your hair stops, or you could extend it though. But yeah, for me, I'm lucky to have hair up until the point where I want it to stop. Also, make sure that even if you're extending your eyebrows, make sure it stops right at the angle where your the tail of your I don't know what to call that part, but yeah, that angle where your eye stops. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, just do that. And then now I'm going in to shape the top part of my eyebrows. And then yeah, just get the shape as well. Don't make it too big and don't make it too thin as well. If you find that you're making a mistake, you can just use your hand as I do in the video and clean up any little mess. But not to worry, that's what your concealer is there for, so your concealer can also help you. So basically, yeah. And when you get to the tail, you kind of close it off. So now I'm just filling it in with the residue from the brush. And then I'm going back with my spoolie and I'm basically dragging the color that I had already applied from the thicker part of my brows, and I'm bringing it forward to the front of my eyebrows. So if you notice, I'm not applying extra color there. I'm just dragging the color from there. That way it makes the color fade out and it doesn't make it too concentrated at the beginning part of your eyebrows. So yeah, basically that's about it. Honestly, if you can even do this, you can just walk out of your house like this. You don't necessarily have to use a concealer. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to use a concealer to clean out the edges. I'm just going to go ahead and run through my other eyebrow and yeah, very quickly doing the same thing, getting the shape out first before I start doing my fillings. So basically that's what I'm doing here. And while you're doing it, because you don't want to have two different shapes, or you want to get as close as possible to the first shape you drew, you have to keep looking at the other eyebrow to make sure that you're on point. Okay? Dragging the color again to the front to fade it out. That's it. So now I'm going in with a concealer and a flat brush. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, and I'm just going to use it to, what I like to do is that I like to fade out the concealer before I even get to my eyebrows, such that when I am blending it, it doesn't give that ugly concealer, that concentration that stays like right underneath your eyebrow. So I just like to fade it out like around my eye area before I finally move up to the actual brows. So that way, once I get there, it's already faded. The concealer is not packed too much there, and it's easier for me to blend out. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just getting the shape. I'm not necessarily spoiling the shape I've already done. I'm just trying to clean out the edges and make the lines perfect, straight, and properly curved. So the secret to this part is that I fade out. If you notice, I don't go there directly. Pay close attention. I just give out a little bit of space, fade it out first, and then the smallest residue. That's pretty much the secret to most of my makeup, honestly. Residue, that's what I use for the details, which is exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm just getting out the shape, the sharp edges, and all that around this area. And then I blend back into my eyelid. So I'm just applying more concealer to fade it out completely. I also like to use my hand. You could use a brush, but this is exactly how I do my eyebrows. So you could use a brush, but I like to use my hand because my hand kind of helps it warm up the concealer quicker and blends it out seamlessly, as you can see in the video. Yeah. So what I also do, if I notice that there is kind of a concentration of the concealer very close to my eyebrows, that those places where you can't use the brush anymore, what I do is that I eyeball it and I use my finger to just dab on that spot, so it kind of just takes off the excess. And then now I'm going back in with my top brow and just cleaning it out. So now I'm about starting my eyeshadow. I'm prepping my eyes with the same concealer, and then I'm going in with the LYX Lingerie palette, and yeah, I'm using the lightest color there to highlight my brow bone. This whole look is actually with just this palette. So I'm just gonna highlight my brow bones very softly because I don't like it when it's too pronounced. And then I'm going in with the brown, and I'm gonna use that as my transition color. So I'm blending it from the center of my eyelid, and I'm taking it upwards to fade it out, to fade into the highlighting color. Yeah. And yeah, in a circular motion. The secret here is to blend and blend and blend. Also, a tip is that when you take the eyeshadow with your brush, make sure you dust any excess off, so that way you're able to control the amount that gets on your eyes. Because the worst thing that can happen is for you to pack too much eyeshadow on your eyes, and then you have to spend hours trying to blend, and it just might not come out the way you intended it to come out. So I'm just going to blend and blend and blend here, and yeah, apply more to build the intensity depending on the look that you want. So next up, I'm going in with a darker brown color, and that's going to act as my contour color. And I'm going to also use that, like, from the center, from the outer corner of my eyes into the transition color and the mid part of my eyes. And I'm also dragging that color into the inner corner of my eye, but not too much. So I'm also going to blend that in a circular motion. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because the transition color pretty much does most of the job for me. So the what I tend to do is just to darken that area just a little bit with the brown, and that's what I'm doing. So either way, just make sure you blend and blend and blend until you don't see any harsh lines between the two colors. All the colors fade into each other. That's the whole beauty of eyeshadow, to be honest. And then now I'm taking a light color from the palette, and I'm using that on my eyelid just to kind of make my eyes pop a little bit, but still mild. All these colors are matte colors, by the way, so there's no shimmer or anything there, so it kind of makes it look very natural and effortless. So I'm just applying that on my eyelid and the inner corner of my eyes, and dragging it out again. So it depends on how the intensity that you want here, so you can keep on building this particular color. So which is what I'm doing here. I'm just pressing in that color to my eyelid, and then I'm going back with my blending brush with the residue from the brown that I used as my contour color, and just that's it. So now I'm using the NYX matte liquid eyeliner, and I'm just gonna line my eyes. So I start by giving the first short stroke wing at the outer corner of my eye, and then I close it off by going back in to my very close to my eyelashes, and then I start drawing the line, lining my eyes right very close to my eyelashes, as close as possible. And you want to be careful because this is liquid, this is not gel, so liquid is a bit tricky, and wherever you place it is where it's going to stay. And considering the fact that we are doing this nude look, anywhere that black drops is going to show, and taking it off it's not a day's job. So you need to be very careful. Also, while I'm applying this, it kept getting um, trapped on my eyelashes, so I had to also take my time to remove that. I'm sorry you guys can't really see what I'm doing here, but I'm just trying to outline the inner corner of my eye, and then pulling it back out, and making that connection with the wing I had already done previously. It pretty much makes it very easy for me to wing my eye here. Then next I'm applying my eye pencil using the Maybelline Colossal Kajal, and then yeah, basically that's what it is. I didn't apply any mascara in my lower lashes at the time because I hadn't applied my foundation and stuff, so I just put it on my top lash for now. And then yeah, basically I that's it. You don't have to worry about wearing your eyelashes because this is an everyday look, and for the my people that I'm teaching this, if you're going to learn this, it's very likely that you might not know how to apply your lashes, so you don't have to worry about that. Just apply, get a good mascara, apply a good amount of mascara on your eyelashes, and you're good to go. So there will be no lashes for this tutorial.
So guys, this is the final look. I've gone ahead and I've done my foundation, my highlighter, blush, the whole shebang, you know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it was informative for you. Hope you could pick something from it. I'm not necessarily saying that this is how you must do your eyebrows. There's no hard and fast rule in makeup, like I said earlier. And really, if there's something that you can pick up from what I have done, fine. And if you want to adopt my own style completely, that's perfect too. So guys, be good to yourself, love yourself, and love others. Bye.